Hi, this is Coach Valdez, and I'm going to share a few things that I have found to be very effective for me and my runners, but I am not a licensed health professional. So if you need to seek one out, by all means do so, and good luck trying these things out. Hi, this is Coach Valdez, and I'm here to talk to you today about muscle flossing. Injuries happen. In a given 2-year period, nearly all runners get injured, so what I'm going to show you is there's a lot that you can do to speed up the healing process. And it's basically modeling what the health professionals do for us. We can do it for ourselves. And muscle flossing is basically, I'm going to show you why I talk about it, and then we'll talk about specific body parts. So all I'm doing is I'm going to put pressure on the muscle while I lengthen the muscle. So I'm going to repeatedly shorten and lengthen my hamstring while I'm pushing on the hamstring. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of work my way across the entire hamstring. So if you had a tight hamstring, this is what you would do. You would do step 1, a general pass over the whole muscle, and wherever you felt your tight spots, so let's just say right there is a tight spot and I complete the whole thing, I'm going to go back to that spot where it was the most sensitive. Now I'm going to put a little bit more pressure, and about 5 to 10 times I'm going to dig deep. I'm basically lengthening the muscle while I put pressure, and that breaks apart that scar tissue that you're feeling that tight spot from. And all you're doing is loosening the scar tissue, improving your mobility so you can keep running, basically. That's all it is. So I'm going to now give you specific muscles. So if you have anything related to foot problems, plantar fasciitis, heel tightness, any type of sharp pain up here, it's usually related to your calf in some form. Your calf is so strong, it's putting extra pressures down there, and that's where the symptoms are. So I'm going to loosen the calf, and I would encourage you to do the calf muscle for anything lower leg related. Incorporate this as part of your rehab plan. So what I'm doing is I'm sliding off it as I put pressure on this bar. Playground bars work the best in my opinion because you don't have, friction wise, it's non-existent. And wherever you find your tight spot, so for me, yeah, I'm really tight right there, then I'm going to spend more time on it, and I'm going to actually put more pressure on it. You're not going to overdo it. You will never do more than your body can tolerate. If you go to a health professional, they're kind of guessing, so are you, but you're not going to overdo it because it's impossible for us to hurt ourselves. Overdo it. Okay, the second thing is I'm going to show you, if it's somewhere in the front of your foot, it might be your shin muscle. So I'm going to show you how to floss your shin. So all you do is on the meaty part, on the outside of your lower bone, your lower leg bone, you're going to slide off it. And so for me, I'm bow-legged, so my tight spot's going to be about right here, and then I'm just going to spend 5 to 10 reps on that area and take it off. That's the front. Now we're going to work, we did hamstring, but let's say you're somewhere on your quad you were tight. So I'll go on this side. So what I'm going to do is start from the bottom of my quad and work my way up the quad. And when you do these, always do the middle, do the inner, and then you can also do the outer. It doesn't take much, you'll feel it. And wherever you're tight, so let's say in my position, in my experience, most of my quad injuries are tight because they're reacting to my hip. So I usually always incorporate the hip for any tight knee issue, quad issue. So I'm pushing on the front of where your hip flexor starts. And I just put pressure there. You kind of find different angles of your hip. And then you can even do kind of back hip, almost glute. So that's what I would do for the front side, anything around my knee and up. Inner thigh, you would just spend time on the teardrop of your quad. If you have IT band, obviously you stay to the outside, and then for that I would just do this. This is a fantastic way to floss the meaty part of your IT band. So that's there. Then we did the hamstring, but a lot of hamstrings are related to your glutes. So if you had a tight hamstring, I would for sure include flossing of your glutes. So you can floss the backside, kind of the middle between the hips and the glutes. You can go high, you can go low. And if you have back issues, I'm gonna tell you, you can even floss your back. So the way I would do that is keep it on the meaty part, never mess with the muscle. So what I'm gonna do is lower my shoulders to the side of the, so if it's my left side of my back, my left knee goes up. If it's my right side of my back, my right knee goes up. As you can see, there's even ways, if you want, if you have carpal tunnel syndrome, this is not running related, but you can floss basically any muscle. You can even, if your shoulder bothers you, you can get in a position where wherever it bothers you, just dig in there. Two things, press and lengthen. That's all you need to do for flossing. Find a place you can stop. You can do this preferably after you've warmed up. So I would do this if you have an issue. Go to a track or a park like this, do a lap, so warm up your muscles, stop and floss, and as you warm up more, you get more aggressive with the flossing, and then go out for a run for another 5 minutes and see if it's working. Let the results lead the flossing. And I can tell you from personal experience that I have flossed the last 3.5 years, all sorts of things that crop up. I'm not immune to injuries, but I can tell you I've not missed a day of running, because as soon as I feel it, I address it, and I turn the run into a rehab run, where I run a little bit, floss a little bit, run a little bit, floss a little bit, and 1 or 2 runs later, I can go back to the regular training plan. I encourage you to experiment with this and find your playground, your spot, and you too can be a better steward of your body and have fun running.